Awesome. So, yeah, would you share a bit about your background, like how you got into technology in the first place?
Sure. So actually, it's I took the most circuitous path. So I'm a political science major, but I did need money, and so after graduating, the first role I found was data entry. And so I remember the assignment that broke me, which was I had to update 700 records, check for duplicates, all these different things. It was on a super slow, like IE5 browser-based CRM, and it was going to take 4.5 days of just doing this repetitively. And so I had this crazy idea, which I looked up what is a database and how are these things supposed to be done. And that kind of just careened me into everything data operations, report writing, and that's the path that I've been on ever since. And that was with UC San Diego. And so I actually was in the UC system for most of my career, first in San Diego, and then in some central offices at the Office of the President in Oakland. And the last project I was a part of was a director of a couple different teams. Everything was going very successfully, and we got past some major projects, and it was quiet, and there was nothing on fire. There was nothing urgent, and that was my cue that like I needed to do something that was going to keep me interested. So once everything calmed down, oddly enough, I thought, oh, this is the time to go find something new. So I left UC in June of 2022, which is exactly when all the layoffs started happening in tech. So with the political science bachelor's, not something computer related, and not a master's, getting into the usual things in San Francisco, not so easy.
Yeah.
So what I did was just go to my network. Took 6 months off, talked to a lot of folks, tried to understand what people needed, and actually came across just some an old colleague who needed some part-time work on a new data project they were spinning up. So they introduced me to a consulting firm, and ever since. So it's now been just over a year and a half-ish with this firm, working on different projects. Still finishing up that initial engagement that my colleague pointed me towards. But since then, I worked with Ticketmaster. I worked with some large online real estate firms, and just getting a chance to get my hands on a lot of different things. And it's been the good part has been, at least my specific roles are not constrained. So I've been able to use my generalist skills, either hands-on building databases, working with new tech at a startup I founded with a couple friends, or everything from project management and product management, just in the last year and a half. So it's been just a wide range of. I tell people I do data because that's like all I can do to summarize it, and that part's been great. The hard part has been actually getting work because like there is a lot of overhead, there's a lot of delays, there's a lot of unpredictability. So getting from someone who wants to work with me, because I'm pretty friendly, people want to work with me, and getting that into like a defined project and getting that to a defined contract, it is a lot of work. It's a lot of follow-up, and it is unpredictable. So like the upside is super promising. There can be a lot of pay in this type of work, but also you can't be risk averse, and you have to tap your network, which is something that I'm still working on, because it transitioned, keeping up with people and just being friendly in general to you have to be specific and mindful about reaching out to people and turning some of those conversations into something with a short-term or long-term monetary value. That's like it's like if I've always heard that if you love to write and you become a writer, now it's work. And so there's definitely an aspect of that. I love people, love talking to people, but now sometimes it's also work. And so it's just a different twist that I wasn't expecting. But so far it's been fantastic.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you bet.